leader is the one that leverages on his or her strength and mitigates the weaknesses by working with other people who are strong in those areas. So I would say that self-awareness and the ability to understand yourself is super important for a leader. The second characteristic is, I would say, true, genuine, long-term orientation. Nobody can be really a true leader unless there is a long-term orientation and an interest in the good of the institution or the company or the team, whatever they lead. For the long term, you can have people who are very good at winning a match, but they're not good at winning the championship. The rest of the team will notice. And the third one is really care for people, genuine care for people. It's not a wishy-washy good feeling. You don't need to have good feelings for people, but you need to care, which is a different thing. Good understanding of myself and my strengths and weaknesses. I think I do care a lot about people, and I have a good ability of mixing long-term strategic vision with zooming on details very deeply, but also coming out of details very weakly. So I'm quick at switching between short and long term, between operations and strategy, between the individual and the team. Communicative, pushy, definitely pushy. Inclusive in decision making, but pretty top down in implementation. So I like to involve people in the thinking phase and in the decision making phase, but I don't take too much variation once the decision is made. That is it's very difficult to answer a question like this ex post, because once you have been successful, it's very easy to say, of course, I am a born leader. I don't think that there are really born leaders. I think there are characteristics that can lead to leaderships, but then you need to have the circumstances around you that allow you to express that. And one of the most important ones is to have bosses and supervisors who give you the opportunity to leverage on your leadership. Here, it's depending on the circumstance and what you want to have. Delegation to assuming your own responsibility pretty quickly in those cases. And it depends on the situation. There are times where you need to delegate and to be trusting, and other times where you want to have compliance and execution. Definitely, yes. Not easy. People think that it's not easy to receive feedback. The most difficult thing is to give feedback in a way which is constructive. It's very easy to give a completely irrelevant and sugar-coated feedback, which is useless, or to go at the other extreme, being very harsh but not constructive. And the good feedback is the one in the middle, the one which is pertinent and focused, and sometimes hurts, but doesn't hurt to the point that people become defensive. You should always have a debriefing where you go through decisions and mistakes and what you would like to change. The reality is that in normal life, you don't do it often enough, but it's incredibly useful to avoid mistakes and identify strength and, mitigate ones and leverage on the others.